My name is Elena, and I am 19 years old. I come from a quiet town where everyone knows each other and life moves slowly. I grew up in a small but warm home with my parents, one brother and a younger sister. We were not rich, but our house was always full of love, prayers, and simple happiness. My mother used to say, "Elena, a woman's real beauty is her patience and her self-respect." At that time, I didn't fully understand her words. I was young, full of dreams, and I believed love was exactly how I saw it in stories and dramas: perfect, magical, and easy. As I grew older, those dreams grew with me. I imagined a husband who would care for me, speak kindly, and make me feel safe. Someone who would protect my heart, not rush it. But deep inside, there was also fear. Because marriage is not just about love, it is about leaving your old life behind and starting a new one with a stranger. When I turned 19, my marriage was arranged. Everyone said I was lucky. He's a good man. He comes from a respectable family. He is educated and calm. I smiled and nodded, but my heart was full of questions. I didn't know him well. I had only seen him a few times, always surrounded by elders. We never spoke freely. I didn't know his habits, his thoughts, or his heart. And more than anything else, I was afraid of the first night, not because I didn't want marriage, but because I didn't know what to expect. The wedding day arrived faster than I imagined. From early morning, my house was filled with noise and color. Relatives came and went. Women laughed, sang, and applied henna to my hands. My room smelled of flowers and perfume. Everyone was excited, but inside, I felt strangely quiet. I was dressed in a traditional bridal outfit, heavy with embroidery. Jewelry rested on my neck and wrists. From outside, I looked like a bride from a picture. But inside, I was still Elena, nervous, shy, and unsure. As guests congratulated me, one thought kept repeating in my mind: what will happen tonight? I had heard many stories. Some women talked about romance. Others whispered about fear and discomfort. Everyone had a different story, but none of them helped me feel calm. When the marriage vows were completed, my father held my hand tightly. His eyes were wet, but his voice was strong. "Be patient, my daughter," he said softly. "Kindness builds a home stronger than anything else." Those words stayed with me. When it was time to leave, I hugged my mother tightly. I didn't want to cry, but my tears came anyway. Leaving my home felt like leaving a part of my heart behind. The journey to my husband's house felt long, even though it wasn't. I sat quietly, looking out the window, thinking about my new life. When I arrived, I was welcomed kindly. His family treated me with respect. His mother hugged me warmly. His sisters smiled and helped me inside. The house was decorated with lights and flowers. Still, my heart was restless. After some time, everyone slowly left us alone. His sisters smiled teasingly and guided me to the bedroom. "Now rest," they said gently. The room was beautiful. soft lights, flowers on the bed, a calm silence in the air, but my hands were shaking as I sat on the edge of the bed. I kept my head lowered, listening to my own heartbeat. Every second felt heavy. Then I heard the door open. I didn't look up, but I knew it was him, my husband. He entered quietly and closed the door. I expected many things: questions, smiles, maybe nervous laughter. But there was only silence. My thoughts began to hurt me. Maybe he doesn't like me. Maybe he regrets this marriage. Maybe I am not enough. Finally, he spoke. "Elena," he said softly, "I know today has been tiring, and I know this moment can feel scary." His voice was calm, not demanding, not cold. "I don't want you to feel uncomfortable," he continued. "We can just talk if you want." Slowly, I lifted my eyes and looked at him for the first time properly. He looked nervous, not confident, not strict, just human. That changed something inside me. He offered me a glass of water. Our fingers touched for a second, and my heart skipped a beat. I felt shy, but also relieved. He smiled slightly. "You don't have to be afraid," he said. "We have time." That night, nothing was rushed. He spoke about simple things: his work, his childhood, small memories that made him smile. He even admitted he was nervous too. I couldn't believe it. I had always thought men were fearless, but at that moment, I realized something important. Sometimes, silence is not coldness. Sometimes, gentleness is stronger than words. That was the beginning of my first night, and I didn't know it yet. But it was about to change my understanding of love forever. As the silence between us grew softer, he looked at me and asked gently, "Can I sit closer to you?" I didn't answer with words. I only nodded slowly. He moved a little nearer, leaving enough space so I wouldn't feel trapped. That small act meant more to me than he could ever know. It told me he was thinking about my comfort, not just his own feelings. "I don't want you to feel pressure," he said quietly. "This is new for both of us." My hands were still resting in my lap. Without looking directly at me, he asked, "May I hold your hand?" My heart beat faster. I hesitated for a moment, then placed my hand in his. His touch was warm and gentle. He didn't grip my hand tightly. He held it like something precious, something he was afraid to break. That simple touch melted a fear I didn't even realize I was carrying. For the first time that night, I felt calm. "I was worried all day," he admitted softly. "I kept thinking, what if she's scared? What if I say the wrong thing?" I looked at him, surprised. "You were worried about me?" I asked quietly. He smiled. "Of course. You left your whole world today." Those words touched my heart deeply. We talked for a while about small things. He told me about his favorite food, his habit of waking up early, and how he liked quiet evenings. I told him about my sister, my love for rainy weather, and how nervous I was to leave my parents' home. Slowly, the room stopped feeling strange. It started to feel safe. After some time, he stood up and said, "You can sleep on the bed. I'll take the sofa tonight if you want." I was shocked. "No, you don't have to," I said quickly. "I want to," he replied gently. "Not because I don't care, but because I do." That night, I lay on the bed listening to the quiet sounds of the house. I could hear him breathing softly on the sofa. Instead of fear, my heart felt full of respect and gratitude. Before sleep took over me, I whispered a small prayer of thanks. The next morning, sunlight filled the room. I woke up slowly, unsure for a moment where I was. Then everything came back to me. I stepped out of the room and saw him in the kitchen, making tea. When he noticed me, he smiled. "Good morning," he said. "Good morning," I replied, this time with a small smile of my own. He placed a cup of tea in my hands. "I hope you slept well." "I did," I said honestly. He looked relieved. That day passed quietly. I helped his mother in the kitchen. She smiled warmly at me and said, "He is not a man of many words, but his heart is very clean." That evening, when he returned from work, he brought a small packet with him. Inside were flowers. "I remembered you like simple things," he said shyly. I smiled, my heart full. Days turned into weeks. We learned each other slowly. He learned when to speak and when to stay silent. I learned to understand his expressions and small gestures. Sometimes we laughed. Sometimes we sat quietly together. One night, while sitting under the stars on the balcony, I finally asked, "Why were you so careful on our first night?" He looked at me seriously and said, "Because love should never begin with fear." Those words stayed with me. Over time, our closeness grew naturally. There was no rush, no force, only trust. And that's when I understood something important. Love doesn't start loudly. It starts gently, with patience, with respect. Today, when I look back at my first night, I don't remember fear anymore. I remember kindness. I remember safety. I remember the moment I realized I wasn't alone. That night didn't just make me a wife. It made me feel chosen, respected, and loved. And that is how my new life truly began.